Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Merino, but you can call me Mac Daddy. Now I am so excited about today's video because this is my first tutorial that I am creating using my brand new Midnight Maven eyeshadow palette, which is finally available. It is available now on artistcouture.com. I have been dying over this palette and I've just been so blown away by the response that you guys have shown this palette and this launch. I was freaking out over my video that I last uploaded, which was like the reveal video showing you guys all the swatches, and I don't know, I just had so much anxiety because I have worked so hard on this palette and I didn't know how it was going to be received, but the amount of love that you guys have shown this palette and this launch has just been like unreal. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much. I'm super excited to be doing this tutorial for you guys today. I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this sexy teal eye moment. I don't even know what I want to call this. This is featuring the shade Rendezvous, which is one of my favorite shades in this palette. So if you guys want to know how to achieve this look, then keep on watching. So as you guys can see, I've already done most of my face off of camera. I just really wanted this video to focus on eyes so that you guys can really see these babies in action. We're gonna start off with like the lighter side of the palette first so you guys can see this is what the palette looks like. It is available now, by the way, so make sure you guys pick it up on artistcouture.com. It is a limited edition palette, so pick it up before it is gone. She's only $29, so you don't wanna miss out. But we're gonna start right in here with these shades first. Before we start, I'm gonna prime my eyes with a little bit of concealer. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Custard. And I like to just kind of take a little bit on my finger, and I'm just gonna lightly just kind of like blend this on my eyelids. I'm just blending this away. And I am gonna take a little bit of some translucent powder. This is my Laura Mercier loose translucent powder. I'm gonna pick it up with my beauty blender. And I'm just going to apply this a little bit under my eyes just to catch any fallout. Some of the shadows in this palette are pressed pigments, so they don't necessarily work like traditional eyeshadows. So sometimes, depending, there can be a little bit of fallout. So I'm just doing this just in case. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the shade Frisky, which is the shade right in here. It's like a beautiful, warm, almost like an orangey brown, but it's like the most beautiful, perfect color for your crease. So I'm just gonna pick it up with my brush, and we are just going to blend this all over our crease. I love this shade so much. This is definitely one of those colors where you could literally throw it in your crease and like that's the only shade you need. And it looks amazing, looks beautiful. You can throw on some lashes and you can literally be like out the door. So the way that I like to apply this color when I pick it up on my brush, by the way, this is an Inglot 6SS. It's like a nice blending brush. I like to just pick it up on the tip of my brush, and then I almost like to just kind of like pat it in place where that color needs to go. So really building that pigment and that color. You guys can see it's super rich, so beautiful and so pigmented. And then I'll kind of start to move my brush in windshield wiper motions and circular motions to really blend it out. And you guys can see like it blends out really beautifully. This is just that one shade Frisky. Like if you're someone that wants something like quick, something that's like wearable, literally throw this in your crease and you can be out the door. You can also use Quickie, which is like a lighter version of Frisky. So if you want to kind of make it look more blended and gradient, you can do that. I'm actually gonna pick up a little bit of Quickie, just a tiny bit, and just kind of use this to blend the edges of Frisky a little bit, just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. I'm literally using that same brush. Okay, I feel good about this. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. The thing that I love about these colors is you can really, really blend it out and get more like a softer look, or you can really build the pigment, really like pat it, really layer it, and really, really kick up the intensity of the color. You guys, I'm like blind, so I literally have to like get like all up in the mirror, so don't judge me. I know I look crazy, but I gotta do what I gotta do. And always make sure you are taking that shade like all the way through to the inner corner. Like I used to kind of just stay more on the outside, but now like I really love just literally bringing that color like almost like to my brow bone in the front, almost pushed into my brow. Like I just really think it looks great. It almost opens your eye up a little bit more. And just like the other side, we're gonna pick up a little bit of that color Quickie just to kind of diffuse and blend this color out a little. The thing that I love about this palette, and I'm not just saying this because I made it, I feel like all of the shades in here, like this is a great palette to just almost use in conjunction with anything else because you have great blending shades. You have 3 of them. You kind of really don't need more than that in my opinion. You have something light, medium, and dark, and then you have some nice pops. So this is definitely something that can be used with any other palette that you love to use already. It's just, you know, just a good palette just to like have, travel with, throw it in your bag. She doesn't take up too much room and she gets the job done. Okay, so I feel good about this and how this looks. Like I said, if you're someone that wants something a little bit more wearable, something a little bit more everyday, you can literally just like throw these colors on your eyes, pop on some lashes, or just curl them, throw on some mascara, and you can be out the door. But we are gonna kick it up a little bit more because I do want a little bit more drama. So I'm gonna take this brush. This is the MAC 217. I love this brush so much. I use this all the time when I work there. And we're gonna pick up this shade Miss Rebel, which is our dark brown right in here. Now this one is a pressed pigment. So again, when using this color, you really just kind of wanna like lightly just kind of pat into the shade. And you can see like it picks up a lot of product. If you're going in and like literally just kind of like carving into the pan, you're gonna get a lot of fallout, in which we don't want. You don't need a lot, trust me. So again, just patting into that color lightly, and just like the other shades, I'm going to lightly just kind of press and pat this where I want it before we kind of start to blend out. For this, I kind of wanted to stay on like the outer corner, just add a little definition there. So like I said, I'm lightly just gonna kind of press it and pat it in place first. Now with this placement, you guys can see like it already like adds a lot of intensity. With the placement, I want to be mindful of not going up as high as those first shades that I used, because we want it to look really nice and seamless and a nice beautiful blend. So like I said, just nicely and really softly and easily just kind of pat it where you want it. And now we're going to lightly just blend and I'm going to, and you guys will see as I'm doing this, I'm gonna go back to that brush that I was using before, just to kind of also help to just give it an overall nice blend, since it is a bigger blending brush. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that Frisky shade, just a tad with that blending brush, just to give us a nice blend on the edge. Gonna do the same thing on the other side. Again, picking it up, tapping into that shade ever so lightly, and then pressing and patting where we want that color, right in that little crevice, right there. Once we have it where we want it, just give it a nice little blend. Gonna pick up a little bit of that Frisky shade with that blending brush that we used earlier. Again, just to kind of give us a nice blend right on the edge. Okay, so I feel good with how this looks. Moving on to the star of today's show. I love this shade so much. She is Miss Rendezvous. She's this beautiful like teal blue shade right in here. Now this color is very, very, very opaque. It has a really nice, rich, deep base. So you are gonna get like an opaque finish. You can kind of sheer it out if you kind of use like a light hand, but I would definitely suggest that the best way to apply this shade, as well as like after hours and even like lights out like these three in here, is probably with your finger. There's just something about like the warmth of your touch that just really allows that color to just like adhere onto the eyelids really smoothly, really beautifully. So I'm just going to pick it up with my finger. Ooh, I love this color so much. Okay, so I'm literally going to swipe it. Think of this as like the way that we like to use our Diamond Lights finishers, with like the swipe of your finger. Same vibe, same concept, same idea. So I'm lightly just going to start to just press and swipe just where we want that color. I love this shade so much, oh my God. And in the lights, you guys, like the pearl finish is so out of this world. And then right where I get to like that edge where that brown is, I almost like to kind of start from like the outer corner and kind of work my way in like this. I don't ever kind of go in with a brush to blend the edges of these pearly shades, because since they do have so much pearl, it just kind of dusts the pearl away. So I try to do that more with kind of like a patting motion with my finger. A lot of people have been asking if you can use these colors wet, which you can. I'm actually gonna take a packing brush. This is the MAC 242S. I'm going to take a little bit of this Watermelon Glow Mist to spray her, just a bit. And I'm gonna pick it up with this packer brush now, just like so. And I'm gonna use this brush to kind of really round it out on the inner corner of my eye, since I can't get like the precision that I want with my chubby little sausages. So I gotta go in with the brush. And with this, I like to just literally just kind of like press and tap in place as well, just like so. That way I can get like that shape that I want right on the inner corner of the eye. You see, you're really able to get like that rounded look, that precision that you want. When using these pearly shades, you really want to think of like packing it on, because if you're going and you're like dusting and you're blending like really aggressively, because of the pearl content, you are gonna get a lot of fallout. So again, think of like patting motions, think of like light sweeping motions. Don't go with like a huge blending brush and just try to like go to town, because you're gonna be not happy with it. And just an FYI, and this happens with pretty much like every eyeshadow palette in any color that you use wet, when you start to use brushes that are wet into the pans, they can create like kind of like an awkward film sometimes. So if it does start to kind of look a little bit, it'll look a little almost like, the best way I can describe it is like an oily film, and it can make the color a little bit harder to work with. If it starts to do that because of the wetness of a brush, you can just go in with like a little spoolie and just kind of scrape off the top layer, and then you should be good to go. Okay, so I feel really good about the placement of that color. Now I'm going to sweep away all of this translucent powder that I have under my eyes, and I like to just do that with like a fluffy brush, picking up slightly a little bit more of that translucent powder, and then just like sweeping it away. You guys can see the fallout was really minimal because of the way that I was working with the color. Like I said, be mindful of the way that you're applying those colors, specifically like the shimmer shades and the metallic, if you don't want like crazy fallout. Now, I'm really feeling the idea of like a blue eyeliner, which is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna use this Melt Cosmetics. This is their All Day Everyday Reflect Liner in the shade Montauk. So I'm just going to warm this up in the back of my hand, just like a really pretty blue. I think it's gonna be like a nice contrast. And I'm just gonna run this in my lash line. Now I'm gonna smoke out my bottom lash line. I'm just gonna go in with like a smudger brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade. I'm gonna toggle back and forth between Frisky and Rebel, and we're just gonna use those colors to smoke out the bottom. So I'm literally gonna go just like back and forth like this. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that Rebel shade, and I'm going to mainly use this on the outer corner to kind of connect the top and the bottom, just kind of make it feel a little bit more cohesive, like out here, you know what I mean? Just right in there in that little crevice. All right, so I feel good about that. I'm gonna pop on some lashes and some mascara off of camera, and I'll be right back. So I popped on some Daddyy lashes in the style Saucy. I did mascara, I did a bottom mascara. We're gonna move on to glow because you know my look cannot be complete without some glow. So again, I'm just gonna shake my Watermelon Glow Mist. I always like to spray this as like a base first to give my Diamond Glow powder is something to adhere to. For my glow today, I'm gonna use Summer Haze Diamond Glow Powder. I love this shade so much. We created this limited edition shade when we did our festival drop, and it is actually on sale right now on artistcouture.com for 40% off. So I definitely suggest that you guys pick it up. It's a great universal shade. I like to just work off of the back of my cap. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little on there, just like so. And I'm gonna pick up this AC03 brush. I love to apply my highlight with this brush. And I'm lightly just going to brush this on right where I want her. Ooh, you guys can see she is like popping. She will give you that like next level glow that we all want. She's such a beautiful shade. I mean, I literally feel like this is the biggest glow up. Like I really feel like when I throw my glow on, like it just adds so much dimension to my face. I literally cannot live without it. For my lips, I'm gonna use this Huda Beauty matte lipstick. This is in the shade Anniversary. It's just like a beautiful, nice light nude tone. Super creamy, which I love. And to complete my lips, I'm gonna use my Diamond Lip Tease in the shade Climax. I'm just gonna glaze a little layer on top to add some nice, ooh, I'm so ready. Some sparkle and shine. If you guys didn't know, my glosses are infused with hemp oil, so they are super moisturizing and hydrating. And the pearl in this color is like to die for. So I do want to add just like a little bit of blush. I know, who am I? I've actually been really into blush lately. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of blush. This is the Alamar palette. This is the Colorette Blush Trio. And I'm just gonna use a little bit of this like peachy tone right in here. I love this palette so much. And we're just gonna use this very, 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 very lightly. I think the peach will complement like the teal on my eyes really nicely. And the last thing that we're gonna do is, of course, a little setting spray. I'm gonna use my Glow Recipe Watermelon Mist. All right, guys, that pretty much completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on how to get these beautiful teal eyes using my brand new Midnight Maven eyeshadow palette. I cannot explain to you guys how stoked I am that I can finally use this palette and create some tutorials for you guys. If you guys loved this look, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what kind of looks you guys want to see featuring my palette. This baby is available now on artistcouture.com. I cannot believe it. It is finally here. Make sure you guys pick it up. It is a limited edition palette, so once it is gone, she is gone for good. We will not be restocking her. She's also coming to Sephora.com on September 27th, and she will be available in Sephora stores on October 25th. Before you go, you already know the drill. Don't be shady, be a lady. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you guys don't miss a beat and don't miss any tutorials. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.